Just as Hruit seemed unstoppable, the king capitalized on his absence and launched a brutal massacre against his family. By the time Hruit returned home, it was already too late. In a desperate attempt to save his dying father, Hruit guided him to recite an incantation, transferring the power of the gods to Adam. But having lost this divine protection, Hruit was mercilessly killed by the king's assassins. Witnessing his wife and son's horrific deaths instantly ignited a burning fury within Adam. As his divine power twisted into darkness, a superhuman born from vengeance emerged. However, the king, obsessed with dark magic, would never surrender without a fight. He immediately commanded his craftsmen to forge the crown of Sabak, using eternal gold mined by slaves. Once the ritual was completed, he would gain the power of ancient demons and dominate the world entirely. But just as a servant was about to present the crown, a bolt of lightning struck, instantly reducing him to ashes. The king's dream of godhood shattered completely under Black Adam's overwhelming rage, filling him with terror and desperate pleas for mercy. Consumed by hatred, Black Adam showed no pity. He immediately unleashed a massive wave of energy, reducing the evil-filled palace to ruins. However, resolving conflicts through violence went against the wizard's original purpose. They believed Black Adam was unworthy of the god's power and must pay the price. Unexpectedly, after 3 days and nights of fighting, 7 wizards were defeated by Black Adam. In a critical moment, the last gray-robed wizard expended his lifelong power to finally seal Black Adam deep underground, where he would never see daylight again. The crown of Sabak also vanished, never to be seen by the world. Until 5,000 years later, a team of archaeologists set foot in the ruins of the once glorious Kandak Empire. According to ancient texts inscribed there, a superhuman corrupted by hatred slumbered within. He must never be awakened, or the consequences would be catastrophic. Fortunately, the team sought only the crown of Sabak and did not waste time on Black Adam. Soon, they discovered the demonic crown suspended between 2 massive stones. Seeing this, the doctor immediately set down his flashlight and climbed up. He then leaped toward his target, successfully retrieving the crown. But before he could celebrate, a squad of heavily armed mercenaries stormed in. Using the doctor's brother as leverage, they forced him to hand over the crown. With no other choice, he complied obediently and was taken captive. The mercenaries, showing a twisted mercy, allowed him a final word. Unexpectedly, the doctor used this chance to recite an incantation from the stone tablet. Suddenly, multiple lightning bolts struck from the sky, instantly throwing the mercenaries off their feet. The figure who emerged was none other than Black Adam, sealed away for 5,000 years. Though his hostile intent was clear, one reckless mercenary boldly approached, attempting to remove Black Adam's mask. In an instant, Black Adam seized him by the throat. Amid agonizing screams, the man's flesh melted away, vanishing into nothingness. Terrified beyond reason, the remaining mercenaries immediately opened fire on the man. But facing a near-godlike being like Black Adam, conventional weapons were utterly useless. Within moments, the mercenaries were brutally overpowered, all meeting their end. While Black Adam dominated the battlefield, the doctor quickly retrieved the crown and tried to escape, but he was nearly crushed by a falling boulder, saved only by Black Adam's intervention, barely escaping with his life. Seeing Black Adam's attention return to the mercenaries, the doctor urged his brother to flee immediately. But as they reached their car, they found mercenary reinforcements had arrived, surrounding Black Adam completely. Without hesitation, they launched an intercontinental missile at him. Yet when the smoke cleared, the man stood completely unharmed. In a blur, he appeared behind them, pushing a missile's tail fin into another helicopter. The ground forces responded, firing armor-piercing rounds from tanks. But no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't inflict any damage on Black Adam. Tens of thousands of highly trained special forces were as fragile as insects.